There are cities that feel like destinations. And then there is Toledo, a place that feels like stepping into a living memory. Here, time doesn't just slow down, it folds into itself. Every stone street whispers stories of kings, poets, and warriors, while domes, towers, and bridges rise like chapters of an ancient book waiting to be opened. What makes Toledo extraordinary is how three great cultures, Christian, Muslim, and Jewish, shaped it together, leaving behind an identity that exists nowhere else in Spain. In this video, you're about to explore a city that looks medieval, yet feels surprisingly alive. So stay with me as we walk through its golden skyline, hidden legends, breathtaking viewpoints, and the quiet corners that most travelers never see. This is Toledo, unfiltered, unforgettable, and ready to take you centuries back in time. The journey begins in the heart of Toledo, the place where its soul feels the strongest, the Toledo Cathedral. Light pours through its stained glass like colored fire, illuminating centuries of art, devotion, and power. As you wander through its tall pillars, you sense why many call it one of the greatest Gothic cathedrals in the world. From here, the narrow streets guide you naturally toward the Jewish quarter, where peaceful alleys twist like threads of history. Small shops, old synagogues, and warm stone houses create a quiet, nostalgic world that feels untouched by time. Following these streets leads you to the Synagogue of Santa María la Blanca, a serene space where white arches and soft light create an atmosphere unlike anything else in Spain. It's a reminder of the coexistence that shaped Toledo's identity. As you continue, the city slowly opens up toward the Alcázar, a fortress that watches over Toledo from the highest point. Its presence is commanding, almost protective, and inside you'll find stories of battles, resilience, and rebirth. From the fortress, the path stretches toward the old walls and eventually flows down to the iconic Puente de San Martín. With its stone towers and sweeping views of the Tagus River, it feels like walking straight into a medieval painting. And just a short walk along the river brings you to the Mirador del Valle, the viewpoint that captures the full magic of Toledo. The golden rooftops, the winding river, the rising cathedral. It's the picture that stays with every traveler long after they leave. Wandering through the cathedral becomes an experience of discovery when you pause to listen to the soft echo of footsteps beneath the vaulted ceilings. It feels like the building itself is breathing around you. In the Jewish quarter, the best experience is simply letting yourself get lost, following the curve of each alley, stopping at artisan shops, and feeling the calm of a neighborhood shaped by centuries of tradition. Near the Alcázar, taking a quiet moment at sunset gives you the chance to watch the entire city glow in orange and gold. A moment that feels suspended in time. Crossing the Puente de San Martín is an experience in itself. The wind, the river, the sound of distant church bells, a perfect blend of nature and architecture. And at Mirador del Valle, the experience becomes complete. Standing there as day turns to night, watching lights bloom across the old city, you understand why Toledo is called the City of Three Cultures and why travelers return again and again. The best time to explore Toledo is early morning or late afternoon to avoid the midday heat and enjoy softer lighting for photos. To reach the old town from the station, the escalators from the lower city up to the historic center are free and incredibly useful. Most main attractions are close together, so walking is the best way to experience the city. But wear comfortable shoes as the streets are steep and cobblestone. If you want to save money, buy a combined ticket for multiple monuments instead of paying separately. And for a quieter experience, stay in the city overnight. Toledo becomes beautifully peaceful once day tour crowds leave. There's a moment in Toledo when the city suddenly becomes quiet, as if the walls are holding their breath. It usually happens when you step into one of its narrow back streets, where sunlight barely reaches the stone floors and the silence feels older than the city itself. These quiet pockets reveal a softer side of Toledo, a side not many travelers stop to appreciate. You'll find small artisan workshops hidden behind wooden doors, where craftsmen still shape swords, jewelry, and marzipan by hand. Watching them work is like watching tradition move with the rhythm of centuries. The sound of metal scraping or a brush sweeping across a tile brings you closer to Toledo's living identity. Toledo is famous for marzipan, handmade in small shops across the old town. Try carcamusas, a traditional pork stew served in local taverns. And if you enjoy cheese, manchego from the region is a must. Simple, authentic, and full of local flavor. If you follow the Tagus River, you discover a different Toledo, a calmer, more peaceful one. The path curves gently around the city's outer walls, giving you views of cliffs, stone bridges, and birds gliding over the water. As you walk, you'll notice how the city rises above you like a fortress carved out of history. Every tower looks sharper, every wall feels taller, and the city seems to watch over the river the way it has for hundreds of years. It's the perfect place for slow-motion shots, sunrise time lapses, or that quiet moment travelers always remember. Once inside the old town again, you begin to notice the details that make Toledo unforgettable. The sound of church bells rolling across rooftops, the warm glow of lanterns in the evening, and the laughter echoing from small cafes where locals gather. If you pass by a workshop selling Toledo steel, you might even catch a demonstration of sword making, a tradition that dates back to Roman times. The sparks, the heat, the rhythmic hammering, it's a living performance of history, and it brings the city's warrior past to life in front of you. And sometimes, on certain days, musicians fill the streets with soft guitar melodies that drift between the stone walls, creating a harmony that perfectly matches the ancient surroundings. If you're planning to capture beautiful footage, the golden hour at Mirador del Valle is the perfect moment. The city glows naturally and requires almost no color grading. For parking, the safest and easiest spot is in the lower city, from where the free escalators take you up to the historic center. If you want to explore Toledo without crowds, consider visiting on a weekday, especially in the morning. And for photographers, the area near Puente de Alcántara offers excellent long exposure opportunities at night. Toledo isn't just a city you visit, it's a journey through time, a reminder that beauty can survive through centuries, and a place where every street feels like a story waiting to be lived. Standing above the river, watching its golden skyline fade into the evening, you realize why so many travelers call it one of Spain's most unforgettable cities. If this journey inspired you, make sure to like the video, subscribe for more destinations, and watch another adventure right here on the channel. Until the next journey, keep exploring.